This is Jacob for tabletopsoftware.net. I'm going to show you a free web app called Fiascomputer that lets you create and visualize setups for your Fiasco sessions. If you don't know what Fiasco is, you should check out the links in the description first and then come back to this video. Alright, let's press start and we come to the playset screen. As you can see, we've got quite a few playsets already. That's because Fiascomputer comes bundled with all 36 official playsets of the month, courtesy of Bully Pulpit Games. But you can also add your own playsets, and that's what I'll do for this video. Let's press Add Playset, and you can see that we have two options. Select a playset PDF, or drag and drop a playset PDF. I should say that not all playset PDFs are guaranteed to work with Fiascomputer, but quite a few of them do actually. I'm going to drag and drop one called Bookhounds of London, which is based on the Trail of Cthulhu role-playing game by Pelgrane Press. Let's drop it here and wait for it to load. Now, if we select our new playset, we get to see the cover and the score, so we know what it's about. And it looks fun, so let's play it. I'll go with 4 players for this Fiasco. And now we get to the main part of Fiascomputer, which is the setup. You can see that each player is here, and there's a relationship between each pair of players, as expected. I'll start by selecting a category for the first relationship here. Let's see. We have in the bookshop, occult, criminal, family, society, and friends. I think it's always good to start a Cthulhu game with some sort of mystery, so I'll select occult here. Now, normally in Fiasco you can flesh out relationships in any order you want, but I'll keep it simple and just continue working on this one. Let's select an element here for the occult category. We've got fellow cultists, Satanist and Virgin, ghost breakers, I don't know what that is actually, occultist and publisher, charlatans faking it, and medium and spirit. I think I'll go with occultist and publisher. We are talking about role-playing game books after all. Next, I'll just keep going and add a detail to this relationship as well. I think I'll select a need here. And if we want to change it, we can just remove the detail here and select something else. Actually, let's select an object. Some sort of mysterious artifact is always a good way to start a Cthulhu game. You can just keep going and create the entire setup manually, but I don't have time for that right now, so let's look at this button in the corner here. It says Random. And when you press it, Fiascomputer goes to work and actually generates an entire setup for you. Let's try it out. And let's click it a few more times. You might notice that Fiascomputer actually makes sure that you have the right balance of needs, objects, and locations, so you don't have to worry about getting a setup with no needs, for instance. Alright, this setup looks good, but I'm not too thrilled about this element here. Let's click the die icon and randomize just this element. Let's see if there's something we like. If we don't find anything at all, we can actually edit the playset directly. Let's click this one, and then the pencil that appears. Let's put in something something more interesting here. Let's see. Really big book. And let's select it. We're almost ready to go, but there's still something missing. It's not very exciting to see a setup with players and characters named Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and Player 4. So let's add our own names. I'll go ahead and change it to something more creative. Let's see. Maybe Alice. And maybe Bob for this one. And then I guess Carol. And finally Let's say Dave. Now the names are good, but I actually want to put my own spin on this entire playset. So let's rename it. I think I'll go with Cthulhu Chaos. Or actually, I've got a better idea. If I just make a small change here, let's say Cthulhu Chaps. This is set in England after all. Before I start playing, there's one more thing I want to change. This red Fiasco color theme looks nice, but it doesn't really fit the Cthulhu setting. So I'll go to the menu here and see if there's something else I can use. I think Town Green might be good. Let's try it. Yeah. That's much more of a Cthulhu feel. But you might actually want to go darker with your scenario, especially if you're playing with the lights out. In that case, I think plain gray might be a good choice as well. Alright, that's an overview of what Fiascomputer does. If you think it looks interesting, visit the link in the description and go explore it on your own. If you want more software like this, check out tabletopsoftware.net. Have fun creating fiascos.